I have just got to give an update to the wackiest trial that's ever been broadcast. It finally concluded, and goodness gracious, geez Louise, I tell ya, what an adventure. Since the invention of video technology, we've been building up to a moment like this. This is why video exists. To capture this public trial, Gwyneth Paltrow versus Terry Sanderson. It's a legal battle where Terry Sanderson insists that Gwyneth Paltrow hit him on a skiing slope 7 years ago, and it left him, debilitatingly injured, like a brain injury, turned him into a shut-in, this and that, and he was looking for $3 million in damages, which got thrown out pretty quickly. They wiped their ass with that whole case, saying that, this wasn't a hit and run, but then he came back for round 2 looking for the sloppy seconds and came after her again, this time for $300,000 in damages, and this time it made it all the way to court, and thank God for that because we got to watch it live. In response, Gwyneth Paltrow was countersuing for $1. A single dollar. Like Mr. Krabs with me millionth dollar. She was coming after him for a single buck. One clam. Though I do think he'd also be responsible for covering her attorney fees. So realistically, it's more than $1, but the damages she was pursuing was one single dollar. The verdict is in. I don't want to spoil anything from this anime, but I would like to show you a couple Terry Sanderson best of moments real quick, just to give you like a brief appetizer to wet your whistle on just how crazy this trial was.
Do you recall saying that you agreed that saying I'm famous was a crazy thing to say? Agree?
Absolutely, it's not me. I don't buy into that.
But it was you, right? Just to be clear. When you say it wasn't me, it was in fact you.
It's the other personality that's inhabiting my body right now.
And you blame Gwyneth Paltrow for that?
Yes. No question.
This case now turned into a demonic possession type deal going on right now. Terry's got spirits inside of his body that sometimes take control of it, I guess. Because it wasn't him that sent that email about, I'm famous. It was a different personality living with inside Terry right there, working him like a fucking puppet, I guess. Terry does deliver some very important entertainment to the trial. However, the real stars of the show are undoubtedly the lawyers for Paltrow and for Terry. I'm convinced that this had to be some kind of social experiment conducted by the Impractical Jokers, and they were using actors for these lawyer roles because, Jesus Christ, I really felt like they were just feeding them these questions. The lawyer for Terry, she was pretty much a huge Gwyneth Paltrow fan and was just asking softball questions and conversation starters, literal small talk that you'd see from like Ask Reddit advice on how to talk to like your celebrity crush. And then the lawyer for Gwyneth Paltrow, that man you saw at the end of the clip, that guy I'm pretty sure didn't even know where he was half the time. It was a complete circus. But I want to focus mainly just on Terry, and you'll see why in a little bit.
This is obviously an issue that someone needs to be accountable for. And if they're never accountable, what are they going to do? They're going to do it again. Now we have the molesting of young children on an island.
Your Honor,
denial.
This is ridiculous testimony. He's talking about...
Sustained as to relevance, the last part, the jury should disregard.
This is really Terry's most iconic moment here, referencing Epstein's Island and putting himself as like the hero that could stop all of this if he only wins the lawsuit against Gwyneth Paltrow, basically. He hypes himself up like the fucking Batman who's standing up to her to put a kibosh on her hitting people on the slopes, as well as like, not letting it spiral out of control where kids start getting molested on an island. Now, like I said, I would wager a guess Gwyneth Paltrow has probably flown on Epstein's airline. Half of Hollywood has. Bunch of fucking evil weirdos out there. But it also has no relevance to the case at all in a fucking skiing accident and figuring out who was at fault. Now, I mentioned at the beginning Terry was claiming he suffered huge injuries from this thing. Traumatic injuries, debilitating stuff that, made him a shut-in because he was afraid to go outside now after experiencing such pain. Well, that got called into question in a big way. I'll just give you a little montage of all of the pictures that Terry took over the last few years since the incident of him traveling the world and doing pretty intense things like fucking parasailing. So they start poking holes in that claim of, you were so injured that it turned you into a shut-in, yet literally, not even a full year later, you're already back skiing, you're parasailing, you're riding mopeds, you're going fucking hog wild.
After the collision... up in the ski resorts, or what is this?
About a year later. I think I was just walking up in the hills above my house.
Okay, page 63. Is this you skiing after the collision? Is this you on a camel?
It is.
What country?
It's Morocco, because the Kia had Morocco heritage.
Let's go to 84. Is that you in front of something cool?
Yes, one of millions of temples in Thailand.
Is that you?
It is, yes.
Poster boy for fitness at age 75. Would you agree? Driving range, right?
Yes.
80. Is this you? Are you in this river cruise, river boat?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Page 81. Did someone you were with or you go parish sailing?
This was in Switzerland.
It seems Terry has traveled more than Jackie Chan did in Around the World in 80 Days. Terry has been everywhere and done everything, fucking parasailing. You know, all of that's super cool, but you have to keep in mind, this was post, Armageddon here, where he claimed that ski accident with Gwyneth Paltrow was debilitating, changed his whole life, turned him into a shut-in, left him with permanent injuries, and yet he was still super active doing, physically demanding things, like going skiing again not long after the collision, fucking parasailing. That's a little interesting. So they kind of grilled Terry, and I want to make it clear, it's not like Gwyneth Paltrow did an amazing job either. It's not like her team was like fucking crack shot ace detectives, and it's not like she looked like some kind of genius saint up there or anything. But surprisingly, she looked sane in comparison to the rest of the circus around her, which is crazy because she fucking founded Goop, which is literally one of the stupidest goddamn things on the planet. I will still never get over her, this smells like my vagina candle scam. Very fraudulent, bad business practice there, because that smelt nothing like pussy. And certainly not hers. Absolutely not. But again, she wasn't amazing, but compared to the rest, she did enough. I'll go ahead and show you the verdict now.
Paltrow at fault? No. Was Gwyneth Paltrow's fault a cause of Terry Sanderson's harm? Oh, no, skip that.
There's just no response there.
Okay. Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes. Was Terry Sanderson's fault a cause Gwyneth Paltrow's... Did Terry Sanderson's fault cause Gwyneth Paltrow's harm? Yes. Comparative fault. What % of the fault do you assign to Terry Sanderson? 100%. Damages. What amount fairly compensates Gwyneth Paltrow for economic damages? $1. Signed March 30th, 2023.
I love how if you listen closely, you can hear a subtle whisper when she says awarded like $1 in damages. Someone goes, nice. Which is fucking cute, I guess. Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow won the case. Shocker. If you watch this unfold, I think you knew this was coming. This was one hell of a trial. Like, wowee. What a ball game. Now, don't be upset, Terry Sanderson fans. After the trial concluded, he was interviewed outside, and he was in very high spirits. He was even asked about a reality TV show, if he'd be open to something like that. Which, of course, being the humble, not narcissistic gentleman that he is, he said, oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think I'll do a reality TV show. No way. Get out of town. But I'm not too sure. We might see more of Terry Sanderson in the limelight after this whole debacle here. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little update to all of this because this was so silly. This was so fucking silly. And yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.
We're in the Kenosha County Courthouse
Thanks,
in
Reese of
Kenosha,
Guitar and
Wisconsin.
Centations and Vicky.
The deputy's taking a handcuffed Elizabeth Cooper into custody following her pretrial hearing. Cooper was arrested for the death of 31-year-old Christopher Stachura. Stachura was found dead from a heroin overdose in his mother's garage, and the family fingered Cooper for providing the lethal dose. She was charged with first-degree reckless homicide, possession of narcotic drugs.
Thanks to Prime Dude Man Bro and Resub Opossum.
but she's now being taken into custody for violating the conditions.
It's
of her
simple
bond,
legal talk. When you
alleged
finger
theft,
somebody,
possession,
it doesn't
and
mean it
paraphernalia.
sexually. Stop. Let's be mature here.
Just a few feet away are members of the victim's family.
It's standard terminology in
As the
court.
deputy
Fingering and
reaches the
fisting and all of
elevator,
that.
Cooper decides
Let's
to
not
take
pretend
the
like we don't know what they
stairs.
mean. Wow. She did not get very far. She's already proven handcuffs are inefficient against her.
It appears a woman nearby takes a picture of Cooper and the deputy as they wait for the elevator. Then, as he responds to a radio call, Cooper slowly slides her left hand out of the cuff just outside of the deputy's line of sight.
How loose were the cuffs?
Now it's time for Cooper to make her
Is the
move.
Reese of manslayer insured?
She takes off down the stairs.
Is this how Chris Angel does it?
The deputy chases her, followed by someone believed to be a victim's family member. Cooper darts down the stairs, but trips over the last step. Just as another guard joins the chase and jumps on top of her.
It was a good attempt. I don't know why the slowest people are the ones to try and escape.
Family member jumps in the mix too.
That was
pulling her
horrible.
legs. Despite the chaotic scene taking place, this woman just walks right by without missing a step.
What's she supposed to do? Go over and help?
A few moments later, Elizabeth Cooper is handcuffed again.
Thanks to give sub pups and resub Rudy.
One of the bystanders helps Cooper put her shoe back on, while this woman with the victim's family snaps another photo. For her failed attempt at freedom, Elizabeth Cooper received several additional charges.
Nice,
Eventually
worth.
pled guilty to second-degree reckless homicide, bail
Thanks for resub,
jumping,
Josh.
and escaping causing injuries. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison at the Tachita Correctional Institution in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Thanks for being a fan of courtcam.
Very nice. I think you really need to analyze your own capabilities. If you're gonna try and escape, think back on like your 40-yard dash time. If it's over 15 seconds, it's probably just not even worth getting the extra charges. You're not gonna get very far. You don't know when to be quiet. I think these are gonna be ones we've already seen.
Get back! Get back! Get back!
Thanks for some crazy ghost.
Next, we go to a bond hearing in Elyria, Ohio. Appearing remotely is the defendant, Ebony Burks. She's charged with misdemeanor assault and domestic violence against her grandfather, Shedrick McRae, and his companion. At the bench is Judge Gary Bennett.
Good morning, Miss Burks.
Good morning.
After reading the charges, the judge asked Burks how she'd like to plead.
That is pretty
I
crazy.
have 3 pleas available to you today.
Was it actually spelled Illyria?
Please the defendant, Ebony Burks.
Yeah,
She's
it's
charged with
actually just an Illyria courthouse.
Could be difficult since she shares a home with McRae.
No contact means you can't call him, you can't write him, you can't text him, you can't email him, can't leave a message on some social media, you can't go visit him. If you go someplace, even though you may have arrived first and one of them shows up, you have to leave.
So you gonna tell me I can't go home?
I'm telling you, you can't go home. If you live with Mr. McRae, you cannot return to that residence.
Oh, but how you just gonna tell me I can't go home though?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my home?
I just did.
Ooh.
Right about now, a lawyer or even a judge might try to de-escalate the situation. But it's clear this is not a
There's the
typical
problem, yeah.
bond hearing.
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my home?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in contempt, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going. You're not what?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh.
You just said I got 30 days. I'm not getting nothing else.
That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
So what?
90 days.
So?
120.
Oh God.
180 days.
Oh, get off me. Get your hands off me, man.
It Looks like
Wow.
Burks may be finished.
What else you got to say?
Hold on. She's coming back.
Nothing. We'll talk in 6 months when you're ready to come back for your case.
Damn, she really racked that up.
300 days. You got anything else to say, Miss Burks? That's 300 days.
Can he do
When
that?
she racked up 300
He just
days,
did.
Burks only ended up serving 88.
That's still a lot.
Bennett, it was the longest sentence he's ever imposed for contempt of court. As for her assault and domestic violence charges,
She farmed that, yeah.
but she was forced to enter a
She was
substance abuse
fucking farming days in jail there off the judge.
Not as
It was like a Mario block. Instead of hitting coins, she was hitting new days in
Next up is
jail.
Michael Ray, who's facing 4 charges.
Oh, we've seen this one.
Criminal trespassing and second-degree assault. A bond or a bail hearing is usually a quick proceeding if the defendant is cooperative.
Yeah. No, I figure that's just a lesson on what not to do, so you all are good.
Next, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada for an arraignment hearing.
City versus Joshua Martinez.
Joshua Martinez is representing
I don't know if we've seen this one because I can't see a fucking thing. Holy shit, this camera quality. It's like everyone's a photo of Bigfoot.
What is your plea, sir?
Oh my god.
Questions before we proceed. I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges.
Well, you're charged with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license.
Sounds
How is this
dry.
in use?
Well, not to Martinez, who apparently wants to
This is like the
dig
world's
into the
first
legal
video
details.
camera from the 1800s.
Okay. Is there a sworn statement against me or injured party?
I believe you probably received a citation on April 12th. That would be the
God, this shit looks like a deep fried meme.
Okay. And is there a injured party or damage to property here
It's
against me?
charge brought by the city of Las Vegas, sir.
Okay, so the city's the victim in the case?
The city is the, yes,
Victim?
the charging.
So they're the victim.
Whatever direction Martinez is trying to take things,
Amen, lazy boy.
Commissioner
Thanks for
Dan
bits, Gammy, and
Elworth
resub
is
Zazius and
not going
prosciutto.
there.
What is your plea on
If the
charge,
city
Mr.
is
Martinez?
the,
Mr.
if they are
Martinez,
the
today is your-
victim,
Mr.
I would like
Martinez,
to
I am in
move
charge
this
of
to
this
a federal
courtroom, and
court.
you're gonna stop
No,
it.
we are in charge of the courtroom.
Oh, he has assumed direct
The
control.
People's Court, but the judge is about to show who's actually in charge here.
Marshall, would you show Mr. Martinez the inside of our holding tank, please? You're not going to tell me who's in charge of my courtroom, Mr. Martinez.
Hey, don't be so selfish, you narcissist. It's our
That
court.
is direct contempt of court.
We share it.
You are in contempt.
Oh,
Martinez
he
is
just
taken
passed
to the
judgment.
roof of
Now
the
what?
courtroom. Then about 20 minutes later, he's brought back in to be sentenced for his newly acquired contempt of court charge.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, since you have informed me that I am in contempt of court and that you are...
I've decided to resign as a judge.
I'm going to go ahead and sentence you today to direct contempt of court. I will give you an opportunity to apologize if you choose to do so and behave in a manner that I consider appropriate for a courtroom. Would you like to do that today, Mr. Martinez?
What would I be
It is a
apologizing?
yes or a no question.
What would I be apologizing
For
for?
your direct contempt of
Oh,
court,
he's still
sir.
going?
All I was asking was legal questions, ma'am.
The teacher called out the
I'm going to
douchebag.
ask you the question one more time. Did you wish to apologize and proceed in a manner I consider appropriate in this courtroom or not? Okay. Direct contempt. I'm going to sentence him to 15 days in jail. Okay, thank you.
Alright, have fun. Bye, man.
Sixth Amendment grants me that.
Sir, I would suggest you stop speaking now.
You
Martinez
can't
will be
see-
jailed for
that
15
goes against
days
the
for
First
contempt of
Amendment.
court. His original charge of driving without a license was
Unreal.
later dismissed.
He should be the judge.
Next, we go to the Clark County Superior Court in Vancouver, Washington, for the sentencing of Matthew Hastings. He's been convicted of 4 counts of attempted murder and 2 counts of second-degree assault. Hastings shot and seriously wounded Corporal Chris LeBlanc during a 20-hour standoff with Vancouver police.
Have we seen this
Trial
one?
judge is John Woolley, and the maximum sentence
I think we've seen this.
is 120 years behind bars.
Nice. I don't remember
At
it, though.
first,
I'm gonna let it
things
ride.
appear to be civil.
Mr. Hastings, is there anything you wish to say, sir?
God, this camera quality is so fucking bad. Look at this shit. How is this acceptable? God, it looks like this is DB Cooper back here. God damn. Can we upgrade these fucking cameras at least for TV? Oh my god. It's horrible.
things quickly take a turn.
Mr. Hastings, did you graduate from high school, sir?
No.
Right, let me give you a little thumbnail sketch of the American system of government. Mr. Hastings, don't press your luck with me, son. Don't press your luck with me.
Or what? You gonna sentence me? That what you gonna do?
You know what, Mr. Hastings?
Yeah, I remember this now. I do remember this.
Let me tell you why.
I don't really want to care why. Just get on with
Just shut your damn mouth, sir.
Oh, I'm not gonna shut my mouth.
Next time, I'm gonna have you gagged.
You're gonna be gagged, huh?
You're right, I am.
Have me gagged.
Mr. Hastings, based upon your conduct in this court, your conduct in the
Hey,
case,
the resub
I am
Ashty.
accepting the state's recommendation.
Good. Thank you. I'll take another.
Mr. Hastings is in contempt of court at this point, Counselor. May I see the attorneys back in chambers for a moment, please?
Perhaps with the judge out of the room, Hastings would cool off.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tori. Hope you feel
He's
better
not
soon.
through, because he's just noticed a few of his arresting officers in the back of the courtroom. Now they're in Hastings' crosshairs.
Piece of You're a failure. And your little partner allegedly got shot.
The court officer steps over in case things escalate.
Oh, you wanted to convict me. Bitch. You don't want me out there on the streets.
Stay seated.
After a few minutes, Judge Woolley returns to the courtroom.
For the record, Mr. Hastings, I see no reason not to stick with the decision I made.
Absolutely. I'm thankful for that, Your Honor. That's great.
You're wasting your time with me now, Mr. Hastings. I know how to handle a guy like you. The only thing I can say for you, to you, on behalf of all the citizens of this community, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I remember him saying that. That's his catchphrase. Bye-bye.
Is that it?
Bye-bye.
Words? Bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
These police officers
Fucking
are told by
dunked.
me that they're not to react.
Oh, really?
Mr. Buckley, you
want me to make this police rack? Is that what you're saying?
Of course, Your Honor.
What? All right.
Mr. Hastings,
good
back
sub
in
tray.
his chair
And the bitch
until we are
Jesse.
concluded.
Or?
Hold on.
Don't call my bluff.
You're really helping your case in front of the Court of Appeals. They're going to see this entire record, sir.
Hey, they're going to see your entire record, too. They're going to see how you're running your mouth, Your Honor. Bye-bye. We know how to handle kids like you, son. Okay.
He wasn't wrong. The judge did get disciplined.
Tops.
And believe it or not, on this issue, Hastings was right. After this incident and a few others like it, Judge Woolley was reprimanded for his conduct by a state commission.
Thanks, Resub.
But that
A
didn't
mute.
change Hastings' fate. He's still got the maximum sentence, and he's currently serving
And he's a big
120
chili.
years in a state prison. We're at a bond hearing at the Miami-Dade Circuit Court in Florida.
Have we seen this one?
Where Judge Jorge Rodriguez Shomat attends to the next defendant, who's charged with possession of drugs.
Minnesota, you're being charged with possession of Xanax. B-A-R-S. I don't know what that is. What is that?
Xanax bars, that's how they refer to it.
Xanax bars.
We have seen this? I don't remember this one either.
Working?
Yes.
How much money are you making a week, approximately?
Approximately about $200 a week.
Okay, and do you own any property of value? A house, a car, bank account, significant amounts of jewelry?
Yes.
What do you own?
Thanks, the
I
resub.
own a lot of jewelry
Getting far.
already, as well as
Go ahead.
a car.
Well, how much would you say your jewelry is worth?
Was the judge gonna rob her? He's scoping it out.
You know, we are not in a club now.
Okay, but if you don't
Hey, well,
kind
you
of,
see,
you know,
we
but
are not in a club. Be serious about it.
I'm serious about
Oh,
it.
you're
You
being
just
very.
made me
I can
laugh.
see you're serious, all right.
You just made me laugh. I apologize.
It's all right. How much is your jewelry worth?
It's worth a lot of money.
Like what?
Like Rick Ross.
I do remember this. Yeah, I remember
It's
this.
worth
Ma'am,
money.
have you had any kind of drugs in the last 24 hours?
No.
Actually, no.
Actually, no.
Judge, make it easy for the court, respectfully. I was appointment at this time.
No, we're going to appoint you because you own a lot of substantial amounts of jewelry.
Thanks to the resub
You can go and sell your
Conjuring.
jewelry for a private attorney. What is the standard bond?
It should be,
Ain't going to be no PTS.
okay, 5,000 on count one, and then the rest should be ROR.
Thanks, resub Odom.
The judge is now determining the amount of Soto's bond.
Count one would be 5,000 per hour cost found. Count two would be ROR.
The state is requesting ROR on count 2 through 26.
And refer to Division 51.
I don't remember what happens next, but I do remember the Rick Ross statement.
Come back, man.
Oh, he didn't like that? Did he not like
Come
that?
back. Give me the paper again.
She was saying bye.
Round one would be 10,000.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Adios.
You can hear the reaction of others in the court.
Okay.
Soto just cursed at the judge.
Exit
and
Tier 1
then
Andrew.
gave him the finger.
Prime stolen and resub righted.
Come back again. Come back again. Bring him back again. I believe I heard you saying to...
Yes, I did. I'm not going to the...
I believe you... Did you say...
No! 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 That was the girl behind me! No, she said it! It was a girl!
Soto sentenced to 30 days in the county jail. Her bail's reduced to $5,000 2 days later, and the sentence revoked 4 days later when she apologizes to the judge.
My behavior was very irrational, and I apologize not only to the court and you,
Thanks,
but
Resub
to
David
my
and
family.
Evil. Your brother was at E3? That sounds cool, Horn. I can check it out.
Don't cry, I'm not a monster. I know, I make you laugh, but it's alright. Don't cry, I'm not a monster. Go ahead, tell me.
And I normally don't act like that.
The judge is just having some fun.
Let me ask you a third question. Did you use Xanax? Did you take any Xanax Sunday?
Yes, I did.
How many?
2.
2?
A year after that, her drug charges are dropped when she successfully completes a court-ordered drug
Thanks,
program.
Lindsay and
Thanks for being a
Sorbet. The Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard trial finally concluded today, which I know is great news for people who were just tired of hearing about it. I'm not one of those people. I was actually captivated by this anime here because it was treated like an actual circus. It was an unbelievable spectacle. Everything was super public, and it even had its own line of comic relief characters from Amber Heard's legal team. The actual subject matter of the trial was very serious and no laughing matter, but as the trial continued, it became nothing but a laughing matter. Anytime Amber Heard's lawyers would say anything, they made fools of themselves. They were like court jesters. They would object to their own statements, screaming hearsay anytime someone even opened their mouths. They said hearsay so often that word started to lose meaning to me. I swear to God, they said hearsay more than they said the word the. It was wild. There was even a time when one of the lawyers said to someone on the stand that you're only here for your 15 minutes of fame, and then got absolutely dunked on for it. They made fools of themselves. They even coined a new term with a megapint, saying that Johnny Depp poured himself a megapint of wine or whatever, and it got the whole court laughing at them. And it got every lawyer on the internet doing a giant belly laugh like Santa Claus at them. They were just an absolute joke. But by far the biggest joke was on Amber Heard, who was literally paying them to embarrass themselves. She was basically just paying huge fees to birthday party clowns in court to represent her. It was just such a wacky ride. Like, one of the pieces of evidence against Amber Heard was that she took a shit in Johnny Depp's bed and then blamed the dog. And then they showed a picture of the poopy on the bed, just a steaming, smudged pile of shit on the bed. And then that gave Amber Heard the new name Amber Turd, which was then brought up in court 3 times. They brought in a Twitter expert to analyze trending hashtags, one of them being Amber Turd, which they referenced 3 times throughout the segment, just on full display for the whole court to laugh at. Blows my mind. But anyway, when they did get to the serious stuff, the domestic abuse claims, the evidence they used to support those claims was shady at best. So all of the evidence that they used to build all of this shit against Johnny Depp for being a wife-beating abuser, a horrible, evil person, all of that evidence finally hit the public's eye and was heavily criticized and analyzed. And as the trial continued, it became less and less reliable. And Amber Heard was caught in multiple lies. It was a very sketchy set of evidence. And eventually, the jury sided with Johnny Depp today. They awarded him $10 million in compensatory damages as well as $5 million in punitive damages, which is capped at $350,000. So he didn't get the full $5 million there, but he will be getting $350K. And he basically won the entire defamation case. However, Amber Heard did win on one of her claims for her countersuit and was awarded $2 million for the statements that Waldman had made about certain things being a hoax. So she won a very small component. However, Johnny Depp won the overall defamation case. And like I said from the very beginning, I don't think Johnny Depp gives a fuck about the money. He wipes his ass with $10 million. That means nothing to him. I think this really was about him just clearing his name in the public eye, which he did triumphantly. You'd have to travel 1,000 miles to a place without internet and cell phone service to find someone who didn't at least know about the trial, and the majority of people that were watching it sided with Johnny Depp. Once all of this evidence came into the court in the public eye and they analyzed it and really got into the meat of it, people then started siding with Depp and his team because the evidence against him was so fucking sketchy. And this led to a lot of people literally like worshipping Johnny Depp, like kissing his feet and all of that shit. It got like kind of crazy. And I want to make my position clear here. I've said this before, but I want to say it again. I don't think Johnny Depp is some infallible saint who would rush into a burning building to save children's lives or something like that. I don't think that he's perfect or anything, but there is no evidence to suggest that Johnny Depp is an abuser. None of his exes have ever said anything like that or brought anything forward against him like that. All the evidence Amber Heard used against him wasn't really substantial evidence. It wasn't like super credible. It was proven in court that it was walked through editing software at the very least. So there's no real evidence to suggest that Johnny Depp is an abuser in any way. So I do think today that justice was served. As one person in Twitch chat said, Amber Heard made her bed and it was time she shit in it. And that's exactly what happened here. The only things Johnny Depp was found guilty of are sleeping in weird positions, spilling ice cream, dabbling in drugs, which isn't exactly like a stunning revelation that's going to have people gasping and recoiling in their chair in disbelief. I think everyone ever knows that pretty much all Hollywood celebrities do drugs, so that wasn't exactly shocking. And also, he sent really cringy, edgy text messages to people about Amber Heard. And yeah, the text messages were kind of weird and read like some shit you'd find on an obscure Tumblr blog from some edgy teenager, but that's it. Gross, weird text messages and sleeping. Those were the only things that he was confirmed to be guilty of. Nothing abusive has been confirmed with any actual evidence to support it from this trial. I'd also like to say I'm really tired of the people that just sit in the middle without doing any amount of research and say, I think we can all agree that they both abused each other. I completely disagree. There is no evidence to suggest Johnny Depp has abused Amber Heard or anyone in his past. Meanwhile, there is evidence to suggest that Amber Heard has abused Johnny Depp. She had literally even said it on audio that she has hit him before. And then with the entire severed finger thing, there's just plenty of evidence to support that claim, but none for the claim that Johnny Depp is an abuser. So I don't like that perspective, and I equally don't like the media trying to spin this as a really bad thing for women. I've already seen plenty of articles illustrating how dangerous this is for women who are survivors of domestic abuse. Amber Heard losing this means that no one's ever gonna believe women again. No, that's fucking outrageous that you would even say something as disgusting as that and then print it. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with an individual lying to ruin someone's life in a completely malicious way. And it was proven in court that she lied multiple times about multiple things. This has nothing to do about not believing women. This has to do with one person who happens to be a woman that told these lies and got blasted for it legally. And I'm so tired of that fucking spin on it. Now, I do think this is a good thing for male survivors of domestic abuse because for many years, people just looked at that as like a comical haha goof. Men can't be victims of domestic abuse. There was even a goddamn episode on Dr. Phil where a guy who was being abused by his girlfriend was brought on, and Dr. Phil to his face said that he probably deserved it and to toughen up, and it's his fault he's getting abused by his girlfriend. And then there was also that case where Terry Crews came forward with his accounts of being sexually assaulted, and people on the internet attacked him for it, like, toughen up, this isn't real sexual assault, men can't be sexually assaulted. It's disgusting. And I think this case does help bring light to the fact that men can be victims of domestic abuse. And in one of Amber Heard's audio logs, she even hints at the idea that no one's gonna believe a man is the victim of domestic abuse. It's fucking gross, and I'm really tired of that perspective. I've said this for a long time. That shit makes me angry. Men and women can both be victims of domestic abuse. Yes, it is probably more common in women, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible for men to be abused as well. And this has nothing to do with men versus women. This case just had to do with a man who happened to be likely the victim of domestic abuse, being attacked by his ex-wife and having his life ruined and completely shut down because of false claims and allegations made against him by her. This has nothing to do with not believing women. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to briefly talk about this since I actively followed the trial like everyone else. And since it's concluded now, just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's really all. See ya. Heard about the guy suing Dunkin' Donuts because their toilet exploded while he was shitting on it? Yeah, there's no video or anything. I also just feel like he's lying. He probably pooped himself and came up with a convenient excuse and then overflowed the toilet is my guess. But here, I'll pull it up, since a lot of people keep asking about it. That's my theory, at least. Last I saw, there was no actual evidence of a toilet explosion. Florida man is seeking $50,000 in damages after he said a toilet at Dunkin' exploded and covered him in debris, feces, and urine. He alleges he visited the men's room at Winter Park Dunkin' outside of Orlando on January 6, 2022. The commode erupted, leaving the plaintiff in the loo covered in its contents. That's a really sophisticated way of describing a toilet blowing up. After the incident, the plaintiff said he sought help from employees who told him they were aware of the issues as prior incidents had occurred. How often is this toilet exploding? It's like an active volcano? You can't even just maybe put a sign up saying out of service? He's seeking $50,000 in damages from HZO Donuts, operating as Dunkin' location, formerly known as Dunkin' Donuts, on account of their alleged negligence, according to the lawsuit filed by the attorney. As a direct result of the defendant's breach and/or multiple breaches of its duties and obligations to the plaintiff, who was lawfully on defendant's premises, plaintiff unwittingly became the victim of the exploding toilet in the aftermath, which followed and sustained damages including injuries, emotional, and mental distress. There'd have to be pictures, right? Prior incidents. That was surprising to hear, but again, I don't think it's actually an exploding toilet. Like, I don't think the porcelain, exploded like a fragmentation grenade going off. Like, it didn't just have this... I don't think it was like a halo explosion when you throw a frag, is what I'm saying. Like, it maybe, like, some water bubbled over and maybe covered his butt a bit, is my guess. Because I just can't imagine, like, all of a sudden it would be like a bomb. I'm gonna see if there's any photos of it. Even in the initial lawsuit, the lawsuit's all public right here. Even in the lawsuit, there's no Exhibit A or anything. Like, surely you'd take a picture. Or, even better, there'd be CCTV footage from the cameras in Dunkin', so we could see him covered in poop. But maybe he put in a junction to bar that from the evidence because it's embarrassing, perhaps. But if it really did explode, then may God have mercy. Hope he wins. He claims he suffered bodily injury. Well, he could have. Having a bunch of strangers' waste cover you could make you sick. Or if, like, the debris he's referring to is parts of the toilet hitting you, that could hurt. Maybe bruise you. Apparently in the lawsuit, he said the incident made him experience a loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life. Okay, I've got to pull up the lawsuit myself here, because it's all public. Let's see. That is if you get covered in a Dunkin' Donuts exploded toilet, maybe you would lose all enjoyment in life. Let's see where it would be. Plaintiff requires mental health care and counseling as a direct result of the trauma experienced in the restroom at defendant's business and from the continuing trauma following the event. Oh. As a direct and proximate result of the negligence of defendant, plaintiff suffered bodily injury and psychological damages resulting in pain and suffering, disability, permanent and significant emotional injury, mental anguish, loss of the capacity for the enjoyment of life, expense of medical care and treatment. The injuries and damages are either permanent or continuing in nature, and plaintiff will suffer losses in the future. Man, with a statement like that, why are you suing for only $50K? Go for fucking $50 million. The loss of the enjoyment of life. Maybe the ceramic shattered into his sensitive areas. Well, that's what I was saying. If pieces of... there's no pictures of the toilet explosion, but the way they describe it actually makes it sound like a missile. So if there were parts of the toilet that started blasting him, then yeah, I guess that could cause, like, disability or a permanent injury. No, this isn't the Epstein stuff. This is a poopy toilet explosion stuff. Bro's gonna be having nightmares specifically about the Dunkin' Donuts toilet. According to the lawsuit, he's having a lot more than just nightmares. I really wish there was footage, well, not footage, a picture of the aftermath. I want to know what a toilet explosion looks like at Dunkin' Donuts here. Like, that can't be common. Oh, here's the exploding toilet meme. I guess it could be like this. But I think this was planned, right? It didn't just happen. Like, they put firecrackers or something in it, if I remember correctly. So I don't think the Dunkin' employees pranked him.
A certain brand of toilet has been exploding, and it's no laughing matter.
You don't think about your children dying in the bathroom.
Find out if you're sitting on a time bomb tonight at 10.
Whoa. I did not expect that. That was hard-hitting journalism right there. That got me hooked. This was 7 years ago. Did we survive? Did we make it out? Is the toilet defeated? Or is it still in circulation? How often do toilets explode spontaneously?
Ow. There's one there. You see, it blew it completely off, and you see all the shrapnel, the sharp pieces of porcelain.
Pictures, reports, even you.
So this is like the tank, though. It's not the whole toilet itself.
After my son went to the restroom and
because my children sat on that toilet.
Flushmate manufactures the pressure vessel, designed to flush so powerfully you don't have to flush twice. But the company recalled nearly...
That's a really cool statement. I feel like most toilets are designed to flush so you don't have to flush more than once. I don't think that's specific to just this brand. If you're flushing twice, then you had a big moment in there. You had a lot of business to take care of. I don't think that's super unique. Usually it doesn't try and get everything in waves. It's usually all at once.
3 million of the devices after getting reports of...
You'll never have to flush again in your life.
And 14
True.
injuries. People cause it to burst. But with a leak like this, he says it could have exploded in a public place with stronger water pressure.
Case in point, perhaps Paul, the Dunkin' Donuts poo-poo toilet exploding victim, was a victim of one of these. Maybe they had one of these toilets in the facility and that's what blew up. So maybe he wasn't like a geyser of feces and urine. Maybe he had just shit. This blew up. He panicked, and then, like, all these pieces start hitting the water and splashing poop and urine on him. Perhaps.
And I'm going to post the affected serial numbers on our website.
Maybe this just saves some people in chat's life. If you have one of these toilets, or maybe you should check if you have one of these toilets just in case. Imagine. There's one guy in chat right now profusely sweating. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wait, I have one of those. I don't have a low flow device. I don't have a low flow toilet. Oh god, it's sprinting to the bathroom, but he doesn't get there in time, and it just blows up. He's sent back from the shockwave. You can get $18 million, though. Oh, from the class action. So, I mean, I guess maybe this is plausible for what happened to Paul here. But I don't think it would cover you in the contents of it. Not based on those explosions, since it was in, like, the tank. Either way, interesting case. Good luck, Paul. I hope you win. I don't think that's what happened because employees said it happened to other customers before. Oh, good point. Yeah, that theory wouldn't work because apparently the employees said that other customers had experienced something similar. Like it wasn't the first time. You're right. Why didn't the other customers sue? Probably too tired. Maybe first thing in the morning. They went to Dunkin', got covered in poop, and they're like, whatever. I'm going home. I have no idea. I don't know how this happens more than once. There's another Florida toilet explosion from 2019 after a woman's toilet blew up after lightning struck her septic after lightning struck her septic tank, sparking the methane gas inside and blowing the toilet up into pieces. That is a sign. That is absolutely some kind of divine moment, a smiting, if you will.
Got hit by lightning, causing a toilet to explode over the weekend. Experts say the explosion was
Jeepers.
all part of a dangerous reaction. CBS 4 News
Zoinks.
has the details.
Because it just boom.
Mary Lou Ward of Gulf Cove grateful no one was sitting.
Yeah, that really blew that bitch up.
To hundreds of pieces Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's a lot.
The porcelain is very...
Right now, Gwyneth Paltrow is locked in a legal battle that I think has to be the most unhinged court case I have ever had the privilege of watching live. It's such a blessing. It really feels like this is a parody of the legal system, like it's some kind of old college humor skit about how court works, because I just can't believe this is real. Like, watching this Gwyneth Paltrow court case is like experiencing an episode of Psychosis without ever doing any kind of drugs or anything. It's baffling. Before even getting into the actual specifics of it, I just want to, lay the groundwork real quick. She's getting sued by someone named Terry over a ski incident that happened in 2016 where Terry's claiming she ran into him and caused a brain injury as well as other injuries and is seeking damages from that. And Gwyneth Paltrow is saying, no, she's wiggling her finger and saying, that's not what happened, Terry hit me. So now she's countersuing for $1. She's looking for $1 in damages as a result of all of this. So already the case itself is delivering on the goofiness, but what elevates this and brings it to a higher level and turns that dial from goofy, blowing all the way past wacky, and even teetering on silly, is the fact that the two lawyers that are representing them feel like they've never practiced law in their entire life. I wouldn't be surprised to learn this is their first case, or that this is all just one big publicity stunt and these are two actors pretending to be lawyers.
This was about 11. She hears, suddenly she sees, and a man comes up right behind her. It's like they begin falling to the right, and he hits down side and his head, and so she's pulling. Now he's like, I know the whole thing. Younger woman, not younger, young. Does that say said? I can't read it.
Now, I know it's not exactly fair to do a little supercut here of his explanation of the situation, but if you just watch the whole thing, it's not much clearer. It really feels like he's trying to recall a nightmare he had after taking NyQuil. Like, he's just trying to recall this dream, and he's not getting it across clearly. Like, even my cat was confused. Like, she came in here and jumped up while I was watching this live, and must have overheard some of his explanation, and then immediately just got the fuck away and went over there, and it's been hanging out ever since. The thing is, like, he's presenting like he's nervous. He's actually delivering his side of the situation like I would deliver a class project back in college, where I'm presenting to the class and I've got the butterflies in my tummy, so I'm fumbling all my words, I can't get any of my thoughts out clearly. Like, it just does seem that he has a problem with public speaking, which I've never really seen from a lawyer before. And it's not like his opposing lawyer, his opponent here in this legal combat, is any better. In fact, she seems like she's just more of a fangirl of Gwyneth Paltrow, and all of her questions are just kind of conversation starters for small talk between them. And keep in mind, this lawyer is representing Terry, so she's supposed to be grilling Gwyneth Paltrow and trying to, like, prove that Terry's the one that's telling the truth and he deserves to win the case. But when I listen to her statements, it really just feels like she's, like, internally freaking out because she's getting to meet and talk with Gwyneth Paltrow. It's so weird.
Good friends with Taylor Swift? No. friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often.
You've never given Miss Swift personal, intimate gifts for Christmas?
Your Honor. Relevance, or I would like a bench trial?
Well, she's just said that she wasn't friends with her, so I'm inquiring on that.
I was half expecting this lawyer to then turn around and say, if you give me some free Taylor Swift tickets, I'll go ahead and drop this whole case right now and throw Terry to the fucking wolves here. Like, these interactions don't lead to anything. I tried to get the context on what the fuck the thought process here even was with bringing up Taylor Swift out of the blue. And it's apparently because Taylor Swift also did some kind of lawsuit for like $1 in damages as a countersuit back in like 2017 or some shit. But it's still completely irrelevant to the whole case here. It doesn't really serve a purpose to try and establish a connection between Gwyneth Paltrow and Taylor Swift, because that has nothing to do with getting to the bottom of this ski incident and who's at fault and who should be awarded the damages. Now, while we don't know who's fully at fault for the ski incident right now, I do know that you're at fault for bad fashion choices if you decide to miss out on the new Moist Global Swamp Core line. It's our new swamp wear, very Duck Dynasty-esque, beautiful garbs. Every time the lawyers ask questions, it just reminds me of that scene from Godzilla 2014 where he says, "Let them fight," referring to the kaijus. But instead of it being giant monsters here, it's giant fucking weirdos. Everyone involved in this case is weird. You all know I'm not a big fan of Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop in particular. I think Goop is downright dangerous at times and at best extremely stupid. In fact, I'm surprised she hasn't gone to trial for her scam of a candle, "This Smells Like My Vagina." I made a whole review on that candle, and I promise you, no vagina has ever smelled like that candle. It was fraudulent. It was misleading advertisement. It was completely false. It did not smell like her vagina, and I'm very confident. In fact, I might even go for a lawsuit to see if they can put Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy on the stand so we can all smell it and compare it to her candle, but that's a can of worms for a different day. Point is, I'm not a Gwyneth Paltrow fan, and Terry went on the stand today, and after hearing him, I'm certainly not a Terry fan. I don't know who's at fault here. Gwyneth Paltrow moves around and acts like an evil rich supervillain, so I definitely do think there's a chance that she is the one that just blasted Terry because she's not good at skiing and then had no empathy and left him there. That's super possible, but I also think it's equally possible that Terry is a shitty skier and a pathological liar who has been chasing this potential bag for 7 years, because originally he was seeking $3.1 million in damages, but it got thrown out due to them ruling it wasn't a hit and run, so he came back and is doing it again, but this time for a lower amount of $300,000 in damages. So it really feels like both people are fucking weird. But before showing you Terry, I want to show you one more best of moment from Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer, who tries to see if they can bring in treats for the bailiffs.
This private security for my client wanted to bring in treats for the bailiffs for how helpful they've been. So I wanted to do that transparently and see if there are any objections.
We object. We object. Okay. There's an objection.
Okay, so I will let them know.
Let them know thank you, but no thank you.
I mean, he should have asked us first, frankly.
It hasn't been done.
I know, he should have asked us first. We could talk about it, but he just sprung it on us now. So we object.
What'd you find out about the jury?
This guy actually feels like a camp counselor and they're on a school field trip or something. Like, holy shit. So the treats were shot down. They put the kibosh on that. But they were open to negotiate. In fact, they get into a little bit of a tiff, a slight argument about, well, if you had only, asked us before and discussed it, I mean, maybe we could have all had treats together, maybe even a little pizza party. I mean, you didn't really give us notice. You sprung it up out of nowhere. You ambushed us with it. So, nope, not anymore. Now none of us get to enjoy any of these baked goods.
You were asked about the press conference and referring to Miss Paltrow as King Kong. Were you referring to her as King Kong or the noise that you heard?
That's leading, Your Honor.
What did King Kong refer to?
I got to watch this whole segment unfold live, and my God, what a treat. So right now the line of questioning is about King Kong and explaining why he said King Kong. And this is Terry's response.
My apologies to Ms. Paltrow, because my intention got twisted up in my intentions and was to say sounded like a lady getting chased by King Kong out of the jungle. It was that kind of I'm really scared.
He clarifies that the sound he was hearing reminded him of a woman being chased by King Kong out of the jungle. So that cleared all of that up, luckily. Another question that I feel gets pretty much fucking nowhere.
There was some testimony from Miss Paltrow again that she was hit in the back by a very large man, or that there was a very large man. Could you just step down for just a moment? Terry, do you... No, right here. Right here. Do you consider yourself a very large man?
Many times I wish I was, but no. Definitely on the small side of most people.
Finally, real evidence to poke holes in Gwyneth Paltrow's story. She said, apparently, that she was hit from behind by a large man. So, in order to prove that this is a false claim, she brings Terry out to just embarrass him, like, he is not a large man, this is a small man. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is a manlet. It just puts him on blast like that. Terry, my brother, I am also on the small side. I'm 5'6". If someone called me out to prove a point that there's no way this whole case is real because Charlie is too fucking short to fit this definition, he's too much of a goddamn hobbit for this to be true, I would have just said, it's not worth it, please. The shame is too much for me to bear. Just let that claim be accurate. Let the large man claim stick. That's fine. We can fight on every other point. Please let the large man stay in the record as truthful. Don't fucking have the jury point and laugh at me because I'm short. Like, good lord, this was... I mean, I understand what the thought process was here, like, trying to prove that, you know, she can't be a reliable source of information since she says it was a large man that hit her and Terry's not that big, but I mean, holy shit, it's still a wild thing to watch unfold like this.
You've been here for a number of days, you've heard all the doctors testify, your entire life has now been broadcast to the world.
I feel like I've been fleshed out, and anyone up here I think would feel the same way. Very painful.
In fact, I think you just told me back there, well, I can never go on another dating site again.
Objection. Terry can go on any dating site he wants. Sustained. Again, this is just simply a line of questioning maybe I'm too dumb to understand. What does this have to do with anything? It's a public trial, so of course, on both sides, a ton of information is going to come to light to the public. So, I'm unsure of where this was supposed to lead. Maybe it was supposed to make people feel, like, bad for Terry, like, on the stand, like, oh man, you know, this guy, he's had his whole life laid out in front of everyone now, you know, I guess? I'm not really sure, but it just doesn't really seem super pertinent to the actual issue here.
Yeah, I'm classifying it as an insult, but it's absolutely ignoring me, ignorance. And that's what it felt like. It's like, what is going on here? This is obviously an issue that someone needs to be accountable for. And if they're never accountable, what are they going to do? They're going to do it again. Now we have the molesting of young children on an island.
Your Honor,
denial.
This is ridiculous testimony. He's talking about...
Sustained as to relevance, the last part, the jury should disregard.
Now you can see things going a little off the rails here. So the question that brought this section up was, is the lawsuit important to you? Which again is one of those fucking galaxy brain questions, those chess master moves I can't quite process, because fucking obviously the lawsuit's important. He's been pursuing it for years now. I mean, Jesus Christ, clearly it's important. And it led to this situation where he's saying, if he doesn't do something, it's just going to happen again, and then it leads to the molesting of children on an island. So that's a lot to take in right there. That's a lot to digest. I think he's talking about the Epstein Island and the Epstein book. I don't know if Gwyneth Paltrow's name was in Epstein's flight logs on his lists, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if it was. Half of Hollywood was taking trips to Epstein's Island. Bunch of goddamn evil freaks. But I don't understand exactly how we got to that point in this case here. And I also like the statement preceding it that if he didn't sue Gwyneth Paltrow for this, she'd do it again. As if like she's just this absolutely rambunctious villain on the slopes out there that is constantly running into people out there like a fucking pinball. Just actually bulldozing everyone she can, and it's up to Terry to stop her. Put an end to her reign of tyranny on those slopes because she just keeps hitting people. It's as you can see, this whole case, this whole trial is wild.
You've said you've shrunk and lost weight since the incident, right?
Well, I gained, I ballooned.
Now, when we stand you up, you've lost like 15 pounds and shrunk 3 inches, right? Yes or no?
I had no idea. I guess yes. I was
just a few days ago. You said I was 175 to 80 and 5'8". Remember?
I said that not here. Oh, you know what?
In this very trial.
Overruled. I know why I said that. It's because the VA records weighs you with all your clothes and everything on, and I knew that's what you were reading. Was what
clothes
the VA
don't
reported.
give you 3 inches. You with me?
Heels do.
Did you have heels on?
No, not at all.
All right.
Now the tables have turned again. Phoenix Wright is back, and he's grilling him on a potential lie here, stating that he had said that he was heavier and taller than he actually is, and says that you stated that you were 5'8", but as we've seen today, you're closer to 5'5". How did you lose 3 inches so quickly? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like you set the height setting from wumbo to mini, so what the fuck is going on here? This seems like a lie. And that's kind of the line of question he's going down. The whole thing is just such a weird trial. Like, I feel like half the time they're not even focused on the actual skiing incident. It just goes in all of these completely different directions that you'll never see coming. These plot twists in this trial are wild. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I got to watch a good chunk of it today. And it's something special. So yeah, I just wanted to go over it a little bit. That's about it. See ya.
Guilford Knight Correctional Center in Miami, Florida. And this is Eduardo Arama.
Good idea,
Arama
Goose.
is supposed to be locked up inside said facility, but he's not. And that's a problem. The inmate did not escape. Instead, a paperwork error triggered his early release into the public.
Nice.
What just happened to be his 52nd birthday. It was a nice present.
Congrats, Eduardo.
Arama still had just under a year to serve, linked to criminal mischief, probation violation, and shooting or throwing a deadly missile into a dwelling or vehicle.
What is a deadly missile that you can throw?
Throwing a missile into a dwelling or vehicle.
What does that mean?
After realizing the mistake,
What?
authorities issued warnings to the public, including this wanted flyer. Based on Arama's criminal record, his accidental
Prime
release
Brick
was a
and the
serious
reset one bony.
situation. For nearly 3 days, there was no sign of Arama.
Maybe Tug.
Until he resurfaced in an unlikely place. On a Zoom call with the Miami-Dade Circuit Court. That's
Why?
Arama, who despite being aware that he's currently a wanted man, looks pretty relaxed from an undisclosed location with a friendly little pooch on his lap. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Broward County Court set up an easily accessible portal for remote hearings. Prior to his release, Arama had a hearing scheduled for today that he should be joining from inside the correctional facility. But instead, it looks like he's on the patio. Despite being wanted by police, he shows up for his hearing and is even a little early. At the time, the only other person on the video call is his attorney, Assistant Public Defender Fadia Salem. But after a brief conversation,
She should have just told him to hang up.
with her, he hangs up before the actual hearing begins.
Mr. Arama is a sentenced inmate. He is sentenced to state prison. He was released in error.
As you know, Mr. Arama was present. His video was working. Then he turned it off.
Ms. Salem, have you spoken with him about surrendering?
Judge,
Yeah, he said he doesn't want to.
him. This is his only request. He has only but a few possessions. left to his name and a dog. And he's
Thanks to resub
merely
10
asking
and gifts
for
of
the
Brian.
court to give him a date to surrender so that he can find somebody to take those possessions.
Despite the fact that Arama's supposed to be in jail, Salem continues to make the case for a little more free time for her client.
Your Honor, he's not a flight risk, answers the authorities' calls, appears in court on Zoom, is not at risk for a flight. We're merely asking for a day
Thanks to resub Bayside.
so that he can get his possessions to somebody to take care of.
But
Just let him go at this point.
Tarantsos seems to think Arama's dog-sitting vacation has lasted long enough.
He's had that day, Miss Salem. He was released on Monday. It's now Thursday. He surrendered today.
Eduardo Arama was taken back into custody.
I don't know what that means. Like, how did he throw a missile into a car?
The Department of Corrections issued a statement saying, quote, "Our review..."
Oh, nice. Just kind of big dicking for a moment. Then changed his mind.
32-year-old Manson M. Bryant is in court.
Easy tier 1 police brutality and the resub bong hits.
Aggravated robbery, kidnapping, abduction, and carrying a concealed weapon. All stemming from a violent home invasion he committed with 2 others.
All rise.
Easy tier 1 cosmic brownie and the resub Eric.
The judge
Oh,
handing
sweet.
down
Thanks,
the
Eric.
sentence is the Honorable Eugene Lucci.
What's up,
Bryant
Eugene?
has appeared before 3 previous times for different crimes. In the past, Bryant has had words with the judge during sentencing. This time around, Manson expressed remorse to the judge, saying, quote, "I've made a lifetime of bad decisions. I am truly sorry. I respect you, and I respect your decision."
Oh, that's very sweet.
That decision.
Am I free to go? Circle yes or no.
Court determines
Do you like me?
that his conduct and his criminal history shows that consecutive terms are needed to protect the public from future crime.
At this point, it's safe to assume that Bryant will be spending some time in prison, but just how much remains to be seen.
Court sentences you to prison on count 1, aggravated burglary, felony 1 for 8 years.
Pass him another note.
3 years on the firearm specification. Court sentences you on count 3, aggravated robbery for 8 years.
Overall, this isn't too bad.
Firearm specification for a
It's
total
nothing.
of 22 years with credit for 231 days.
Child's play. Oh, fuck. Turns out he actually is racist. That'd be huge.
That you had a certain amount of remorse. I was mistaken. The court determined maximum.
Well, I mean, if I steal something, I'm gonna feel kind of bad, but if I also get, like, sentenced for 22 years for it, I'm gonna be fucking pissed too.
Trying to calm Bryant down.
Granted, his charges are more serious, but still. You can be remorseful and still pissed.
So that's 28 years with credit for 231 days. All right, you can take them.
Bryant's outburst leads the judge to impose the maximum sentence allowed for his conviction. He'll now spend 28 years behind bars.
I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter. The extra 6 is kind of worthless.
The defendant has shown me that he
Let it
has
ride.
no remorse whatsoever, and therefore the court determines that maximum imprisonment is needed. He poses the greatest likelihood of recidivism.
Good word, Eugene. Excellent work.
Next up, we head to a traffic
You really nailed that
proceeding
one for
in
Scrabble.
Sacramento, California. The court clerk is waiting on
Easy
the
tier 1
defendant,
Don't
Scott
Punch Me
Green,
Man.
who's appearing
And the
today
tier 1
for
Paper
speeding
Planes. And the
license
resub
tag
Oprah,
violations.
Reaper, and the Prime Nick and Wally.
The court clerk is waiting on
Easy
the
tier 1
defendant,
Don't
Scott
Punch Me
Green,
Man.
who's appearing
And the
today
tier 1
for
Paper
speeding
Planes. And the
license
resub
tag
Oprah,
violations.
Reaper, and the Prime Nick and Wally.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Green?
Yes. Yes, defendant Green is also Dr. Scott Green.
Hey, Scott.
A plastic surgeon.
Hi. Are you available for trial? It kind of looks like you're in an operating room right now.
I am, sir. I'm in the operating room. Yes, I'm available for trial. Go right ahead.
Okay, let me.
That's gonna be a horrible plastic surgery job.
They are being live streamed on YouTube. That's because traffic trials are required by law to be open to the public. Since we're limiting physical access to the courtroom right now, that's how we're making them open to the public, okay?
Okay.
I love Zoom trials. This was such a good idea.
Green is ready to go. The good doctor's sworn in and continues to multitask as he waits for Court Commissioner Gary Link to get things started.
So, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Officer Monroe, Mr. Green. So, unless I'm mistaken, I'm seeing a defendant that's in the middle of an operating room, appearing to be actively engaged in providing services to a patient. Is that correct, Mr. Green?
No. I'm at home.
Commissioner
Cosplay.
Link seems a bit concerned about Dr. Green's setting and his ability to continue the hearing while performing a facelift on a patient.
Oh, that's rough.
I do not feel comfortable for the welfare of a patient if you're in the process of operating that I would put on a trial, notwithstanding the fact that the officer's here today.
So I have another surgeon right here who's doing the surgery with me, so I can stand here and allow them to do the surgery also.
Not at all. I don't think so. I don't think that's appropriate. I think I'm going to come up with a different date when you're not actively involved.
Can we also get his medical license taken away for this shit? Are you kidding me?
Attending to the needs of a
This is
patient.
fucked up.
Looks like Dr. Green's plan isn't going over so well with the court.
I apologize, Your Honor, to the court. Sometimes surgery doesn't always go as
The court, you know,
efficiently as we
it
hope.
happens. We want to keep people healthy. We want to keep them alive. That's important.
Yeah, well, let's not get carried away. It's plastic surgery. He's probably just doing a nose job.
Although the Zoom received plenty of attention from the media, the original court business was resolved when Dr. Green paid his fines just a few days later.
Trying to find the case, Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 067217.
I don't really know what a facelift is. So under the impression it was any work done to the face. So like the nose.
Judge is Martha Anderson.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of myself.
That's attorney Paul Nicoletti, who's in court because of an
Face is
ongoing
drooping,
feud
face
with
go
a
up.
former
Got
client,
it.
Karen Stevens.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens, in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
Stevens claims Nicoletti has petitioned the court for a personal protection order against her over accusations of stalking. She's here to fight the order and try to bring sanctions against Nicoletti.
My motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on his what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
Uh-oh.
To clarify, the personal protection order that Stevens is referring to has not even been issued.
His petition for a PPO. Let me...
Okay, were you served?
No, I wasn't, but may I...
No, you may not.
I'm confused.
You ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served.
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason.
I think it's a good reason. Entertainment.
Your own personal vendetta against this man. I did not issue a PPO. And here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Nice, get fucked.
So not only does Stevens
Idiot.
fail to get sanctions against Nicoletti, but she's hit with a $500 fine of her own. Unhappy with the decision, she has some choice words for the judge.
Contempt of court, let's go, speed run.
I beg your pardon?
I knew it was fixed.
Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
But the story doesn't end there.
They fight.
Due to a clerical mistake, Stevens is back before Judge Anderson.
Oh god,
4
welcome
months
back.
later.
Now they're friends? Let's go.
Court, Karen Stevens.
Miss Stevens, the last time you appeared in court, the court ordered that you pay $500 in costs. The clerk's office made a mistake with respect to your credit card, and only $5 was assessed as opposed to the $500. When the clerk's office attempted to correct the mistake they made, you basically objected to your credit card company, and that brings you here
Thanks,
today.
you said Billy.
Do you have the $495?
I have not played that. Don't punch me.
Owed?
I have my credit card, but I did file an objection and an answer to this order to show cause that wasn't properly served. Didn't have an affidavit of merit.
Looks like Stevens still wants to discuss the protection order, but Judge Anderson isn't having it.
Ms. Stevens, do you have $495 with which to pay today?
I just said I have my credit card. I do not have cash.
Very well then, Ms. Stevens. You may go down to the clerk's office, pay $495 forthwith to take care of the $500 that this court assessed you the last time you were here.
But Karen Stevens isn't one to go quiet.
Let's go, Karen.
What statutes or court rules you rely on to sanction me in the first place? That's part of due process.
Ms. Stevens, do you wish to comply with my request, or do you wish me to find you?
Is it a court order? I need a court order.
Ms. Stevens, my clerk will call down to the clerk's office and let them know you are coming.
There will be no court orders, what you're saying?
Ms. Stevens, please do as I've directed you to do. Thank you.
Stevens ultimately lost her feud with the judge and Nicoletti. She was not only ordered to pay the fine she owed the court, but Nicoletti's attorney's fees as well.
Hey, happy ending.
Thanks for being a fan of courtcam. Subscribe to A&E.
Good work, Karen. She did pretty well, all things considered. I think that art degree that she had really paid off there in court. She was able to hold her own. Man claims he robbed the bank to pay for daughter's cancer treatment. Well, that just sounds sad all around. Neighbors' messy fight over trash can placement?
If parking and
Thanks for
trash
some
issues
taco
can
and
separately
souls.
cause friction between neighbors, together, things can get very messy indeed. Like in Toledo, Ohio, where this woman is moving her neighbor's trash cans out of the way. They are blocking the parking spot in front of her house. Her neighbor doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
Thanks, Reese, about him.
The right to park in front of your house. It's a public street. I can have 7 cars parked on the street. It don't matter.
And supported by her husband,
The public street.
she starts to move them right back.
Oh God. It's about to get wild.
To be outdone, the woman's friend just wheels them away again.
Really overdrafted.
The woman is now trying to park.
Hey, whoa now. Not the recycling bin. Have some decent. Oh boy, now you've done it.
But with both sides now locked in a standoff, tempers, like the trash cans, are about to spill over.
Oh! What the fuck is going on? Hey, now what the fuck is this? My garbage! My precious garbage! No!
Littered with garbage.
It's all over this place now.
This trash tit for tat is not over yet. The woman in purple is determined to have the last word.
Nice.
Police later arrive, and this woman is fined for dumping trash illegally on the street. The neighbors no longer live next door to each other.
I was expecting something a little bit wilder. That was pretty tame, all things considered. I would say that the guy should also get charged, considering he's the one that started the dumping. Whew. One that started the dumping. Whew. Judge ignores pandemic rules. Oh, we've seen this one. Wait, this is just a straight up re-upload. We've seen that. Yeah, there's some new slapping that we'll watch in just a minute. I wanted to catch up here. Angry judge keeps raising sentence. We've also seen this. What the fuck? These are re-uploads. Man slams door on thief breaking into his car.
45 miles northwest of Chicago is the city of Crystal Lake, Illinois, home to Aaron and Samantha Helmer and their 3 children.
Our neighborhood is nice, quiet, suburban American neighborhood. We've lived here for 4 years. We get along with all
what did he say?
out here.
At 3 a.m. one morning, Aaron is awoken by an intruder alert from his home security system. A stranger has walked onto his driveway and tried the door of his unlocked car.
I look at my phone and see that my car door is wide open and the light is on. Didn't really think about if the guy had a weapon at all. I just knew that I didn't want somebody in my car.
Oh my God.
Good work.
I slammed the car door shut on him just to kind of stun him because I didn't know what kind of size person he was when I first ran up to him.
Oh my God.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm a big guy. He was about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Drop whatever you have in there, okay?
So I pissed on him.
Alright. You okay? Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I think this kid was scared that I came outside of my underwear.
What do you have in there?
Thanks, resub King Laven and Penguinz fan and Clip Clop.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I
With
was
its
scared
panda.
doing that.
I was trying to make money or something. I'm hiring. Everybody's hiring. Yeah. So much. I don't want to explain it.
Aaron called my phone, and
Long story short, now that guy's the CEO of my company.
I like to sleep, so I was not very happy that I got woken up to some kid breaking in her car.
Is my wallet in there?
So when I walked out, I just said it like right away, like, call the police. Like, why are we standing here? What the f*** you doing?
I'm really sorry.
But then, like, I saw it was a kid, and I could see that, like, Aaron was kind of unsure of how to...
Aaron's looking good right now.
He just went into mom mode.
What else you got? What else did you steal from other people?
Just some money.
How old are you?
17.
What the f***?
I know, I'm sorry.
You trying to go to jail?
Thanks to Prime Hike and the resub Batneg and Magikarp.
He was a young kid. If you call the cops on him right away, that could scar a young kid on his record. I used to get into trouble when I was younger, and I didn't want that.
How many other houses did he hit so I can get this back?
Honestly, I just wanted to get through to him, like, how stupid what he was doing.
Well, let's beat his ass. Fuck it. Let's really teach him a lesson.
If he would have caught the wrong house, he could have got shot over, like, a couple of dollars.
Maybe this is your lucky break, man.
Yeah.
We talked for about 10 minutes or so. He never tried to run at all.
Where do you live?
I don't know that he was a neighbor, but I never ran into him before.
Still live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Where do they think you are?
Empty the rest of your pockets. Alright.
So he had about...
Hit him with the car door again.
Glasses, around 5 pairs of prescription glasses, about $5, $10,
like
$20. He had a pocket knife on him, and he had a bag of Skittles.
Learn your lesson.
Oh, they shook him down.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Think about it.
We let him go before we called the police to come get the things. It's not ours. We wanted to get back to the people that it belongs to.
He stole Skittles, sunglasses, and $20. I don't think they're that upset about it.
No.
Especially judging by this driveway.
He was apologizing that he would never do it again. And I think he got away with it once or twice and then realized the severity of it. If he does get caught, what kind of consequences come next?
I don't know. I think we made a good team of good cop, bad cop.
I'm going to talk to bed.
Thanks to Tier 1 Captain Knuckles.
Him and his parents would appreciate how the situation was handled. I mean, we still really don't know the full reason of why he was doing what he was doing. So as long as he took something away from it, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, you turned his life around, I bet. Thanks to resub Helio. Midwest girls fly to LA to stay with mystery men. What? What does that even mean? What show is this? Airline? Well, congratulations. Good work, ladies. Alright, let's catch up on some slap fight. I would just watch the cross-examination. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we're going to be catching up with. We got to talk about her fucking Dr. Evil outfit. She is unironically dressed like Dr. Evil. It's crazy. I saw so many comparisons. Kim Jong-un, Dr. Evil, Mao Zedong. Those are the three main ones. This is exactly what the outfit looks like, though. She looks like an angry dictator wearing this. I don't know who is like guiding her here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They must be a real big Johnny Depp fan. Those are some weird clothing choices. I can't even imagine why she would choose these clothes. It just it makes no sense. Yeah, so all I know going into this, I tried to avoid spoilers. I know they caught Amber Heard on her lie about donating the $7 million that she got from the divorce settlement. She just kept saying she was pledging $7 million from the divorce settlement without ever actually donating it over the course of however many years she's been divorced from Johnny Depp, which is a pretty big lie to catch someone in. Just looks like an unbelievable asshole.
He promised you you would never see his eyes again. Isn't that true?
I don't recall if he said that.
One of the last times you ever saw Mr. Depp was when you met him in San Francisco.
This is coming out
in July
swinging.
2016, right? Yes.
This lawyer goes in. It seems like it. She's already kind of come out the gate firing.
You want to enter in it.
I have to imagine, though, that's not the reason Johnny Depp doesn't look at her. That's like some anime shit. I promise she'd never see my eyes again. It's probably he really doesn't want to look at a woman who has uprooted his entire life with all kinds of crazy shit.
Please, I just wanted to hug you and say bye. I wanted to end that.
So it sounds like they have new evidence. I've never heard this.
No, because I'm nothing to you, and I will always be nothing to you. No, we'll never see each other again.
I can't really understand what's being said.
Take my fucking glasses off. You will not see my eyes again.
Oh. Well, I guess that was real.
That's you and Mr. Depp in that recording.
That is.
Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
And the man you beat up numerous times.
Oh.
Right, Ms. Heard?
I could never hurt Johnny.
Vicious.
You're here in this courtroom because Mr. Depp
Goddamn.
finally told the world that he is a victim of domestic violence. Or, as you said to him in that recording, who was going to believe that Johnny Depp, a man, is a victim of domestic violence.
My God, they're cooking Amber's cheeks right now.
Respect, I
She's
wasn't
kind of going
saying
in.
it because he's a man. I was saying it because he's a man who beat me up for 5 years. He is an abuser, and you can look either of us up online and figure out who's being abused online.
That's a really bad play, Amber, because when you look up your name plus domestic abuse, even aside from Johnny Depp, you get the actual criminal lawsuit with you and your ex-girlfriend where you beat her up. So, like, you wouldn't really want people to look you up plus domestic abuse, even outside of Johnny Depp. She's on the ropes right now. It's a big fucking yikes. It is. She has a legitimate case against her from 2009 where she beat up her ex-girlfriend. But then she said it was actually overplayed. She didn't beat her up. She simply hit her or something like that.
So there's no medical records reflecting any injuries to your face after he hit you several times.
I did not need to go to the doctor at the time.
Despite hitting you several times that you lost count with rings on on his fingers.
That's correct. I did not seek medical attention. Other than my therapist.
Well, there's no injuries to the face, as she just confirmed, which means that statement was a lie.
You didn't produce any photographs after that alleged incident, did you?
I don't know if I took one or if it's included.
I'm not quite sure which ones.
You didn't show any pictures to the jury after describing that alleged incident, that your lip went into your teeth. You don't remember that. right? You didn't show any pictures to this jury after describing that incident, right?
I don't believe I've seen that picture admitted.
That picture doesn't exist.
I don't know which one you're talking about. We have pictures from March 2013.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
The only picture that you've produced.
Who is coaching Amber for, like, debate team here? Like, a high schooler? This isn't... Granted, I've seen very little, but this usually isn't how it happens, right? Usually, it's a lot more concise and pointed as opposed to obtuse, because she's already completely thrown out this entire picture with this strategy. She confirmed that this is the incident where she claimed Johnny Depp hit her so many times in the face she forgot or she lost count. And then the picture to back up that evidence is a bruise on her arm which shows no injury to the face, which immediately discredits that photo. She is terrible at this. I know she fired her entire team beforehand, but didn't she replace them or is she just going solo? That's a real question. I don't know. Did she like hire a new team after she fired them? Oh, that's right. It was a PR team. Oh, that's right. I forgot it was a PR team.
You didn't take any pictures of your bloody nose either, did you?
I did not.
But pictures were taken of you in Russia, though. Isn't that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We had a dinner.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1248. And this is you and Mr. Depp in Russia for the Lone Ranger premiere, correct?
It was
oh man, what a stinker of a movie.
I believe in promotion of the movie. Wasn't the premiere, if I recall.
You don't have any visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
Admit Exhibit 1249.
All right, 1249 in evidence.
Damn, paparazzi's
This is also
actually
a
really
picture
helping
from
this
when you
case.
were in Russia for the Lone Ranger premiere, right?
That is correct.
And you have no visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
Even though Mr. Depp whacked you in the face so hard that your nose bled?
He did.
While wearing chunky big rings, right?
That's correct.
Sounds reasonable. I have to imagine, now granted, I'm no pugilist, if you're getting blasted by, like, rings on fingers, it'd probably be kind of similar to, like, brass knuckles in a certain extent, right? That'd cause some serious damage, right? And she's still gonna sit there with a straight face and be like, you just can't see it, but it's there. This is only an hour and 55 minutes, and I feel like it's a speed run by dismantling half of her claims already. That's already through, like, 3 of them. Man, she's really going in. She said, alright, I'm gonna take this down, but I also have a lunch scheduled for 3 hours from now, so let's make it quick. It also helps that Amber Heard's doing a terrible job at defending herself.
And you haven't produced any pictures or any medical records reflecting a broken nose after the Met Gala in May of 2014, have you?
I have given everything to my lawyers. Everything. I've turned over literally everything.
You need to fire those
Is it
assholes
your testimony,
then.
Ms. Heard? This is a picture of you and Mr. Depp.
Man, that makeup really
The
fixed
event
that broken
right
nose
after
right
Mr.
up.
Depp allegedly whacked you in the face so hard you thought he had broken your nose.
He did whack me in the face, and I did think it broke my nose.
Ice will cover up swelling?
Ice reduces swelling. Normally the swelling after that kind of injury is not as bad as you might imagine, and for me, it wasn't that bad.
Bro,
Picture of it.
if you even get hit in the nose with like a basketball off of a bad pass, that shit puffs up. Let alone getting hit with a giant ringed fist. These are not good claims to be making, Miss Turd. Man, there are so many pictures. They came prepared. They did their homework.
A picture you haven't produced or shown to
did.
this jury, right, Ms. Heard?
I produced everything.
But you haven't shown it to this jury.
I would very much like to. It's not my job.
And she hates her lawyers too. I mean, I would too after this, to be honest.
Yes, that's fine.
Pretty smart, though, to use the lawyers as the scapegoat, but also pretty stupid considering they're the ones that are trying to keep you $50 million not in the hole. Amber Heard using chug jugs before taking photos. Okay, then. Yeah, I guess. Is she going to jail too? That's not the purpose of the trial. So no. Unless she somehow, like, implicates herself in a big way, like something straight out of a cartoon, like, yeah, I did it and I'll do it again too, and then lunges over at Johnny and starts beating his ass. There's a chance she may with perjury. I highly doubt. I mean, granted, I haven't finished this, but I don't think there's any case of perjury against her, is there? Oh, wow. Amber Heard perjury investigation continues. Holy shit. And a dog smuggling lawsuit. Don't know what that is.
I was checking on my phone. after the event to make sure that you couldn't see anything.
Your testimony was that you were checking in the car on the way to the event to make sure that there were no marks on your back.
Perhaps I misspoke or misunderstood. It was on the way back from it. It was after I was concerned. Concerned that there would be marks in any photographs since we were being photographed at Johnny's press event.
This is you in the backless dress at the Mordecai premiere in Tokyo, right?
That is correct.
You would agree that there are no bruises or visible marks on your back in this picture?
No, not that I could see.
I'll show you one other photo. If we could please have Plaintiff's Exhibit 1257.
I see a mark. That's what I was wondering. I thought this was a scratch, and I was like, oh, so she did have a scratch. But I'm guessing this is a tattoo? I don't know what that is. It is a tattoo? She has red text tattoo? Oh, it's just actually supposed to be red. Why? That's weird. I've never seen red text tattoos before. Makes it hard to read, I imagine. There's a Tier 1 grade, Tier 1 red, and Tier 1 Lombraman. And there's some Quick and Kyle and Shoe. Spelling error? Oh, true, yeah. I guess maybe her original text tattoo was spelled incorrectly, so like a teacher, she came in with the red ink above it for all the corrections.
There aren't any medical records reflecting that you sought medical treatment for any of these injuries, are there?
I did not seek medical treatment after Australia, no.
Not for the rape?
No, I did not want to tell anyone.
Not for the cuts?
No.
Not for the injuries to your face?
I didn't need to.
You also told the jury about an incident on December 15, 2015, right?
So that incident right there with the writing on the wall, so she took pictures of that shit she was talking about with the paint, where Johnny Depp was like writing weird shit in paint on the wall. Is that the same timeline? With his finger? Oh, that's right, yeah, with his finger, where he was writing in his like finger cut it, like his finger cut, or whatever. Okay, so that's the same one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of broken nose claims. With no medical attention to him anytime. She's got super regenerative powers. It's like the Deadpool.
If I can please direct your attention, Ms. Hurd, to page of day 16, 4593, the jury trial's transcript.
Don't they still have someone on staff that transcribes these in real time? Or is that obsolete now with technology? Weird time to pause, I'm just curious. Yeah, it is still just a person that's Man, hats off to them. That was such a fat bundle of papers, and to transcribe over 8.5 hours worth of deliberation is crazy.
That's correct.
And bruising on your chin.
Is you some Lawwood Enigma big
Correct.
boy in the
You also
use of
testified
ID.
that your head was
Sebastian.
bleeding from where Mr. Depp ripped chunks of your hair out.
I remember, yes.
And that you had, quote, gross, pussy, and, quote, bruising around your temple.
In my scalp, yeah.
Now, for this incident, you did take pictures.
That's correct.
And we will look at some of those in a minute, but I first want to talk to you about your appearance on the James Corden show.
Oh, fuck.
Can I close
You
this?
weren't lying. James Corden makes an appearance. Oh.
Let's please pull up a clip of your appearance from that evening. If we could, Plaintiff's Exhibit 35.
522, your
And for the
sub's Ghost.
record, we will only be playing a portion of
Thank you,
this,
Ghost.
so we will call it Plaintiff's Exhibit 35A.
All right, any objection? 35A in evidence.
We may have it please published.
Okay, thank you.
Apologies. If we can please start that over.
Oh, double dose of James Corden. Oh, my God.
I grew up, in Texas riding horses and.
Oh, really?
Not
Not a big ballet community out there in Texas.
No, not so much. Shooting guns, yes, but ballet, no. So. And my face, though, is like I've got that you saw in the clip, like this beautiful 1920s, stage makeup on and like flower.
At the very
crowns
least,
and all
James
this.
Corden's not
And then
talking
my
much.
hand, and my face, and then my
So
hand.
it could be worse.
Move to admit and publish Plaintiff's Exhibit 98.
Any objection? All right, and Ms. Bernhoff, you could move the microphone and turn it on for you, so Judy and I are having trouble hearing you. Sorry about that. All right, thank you. All right, 98 in evidence. Thank you.
If I got my ass beat like hardcore and then went on the James Corden show, I'd say the James Corden show would be more painful.
That's a
I could get
photo
hit with a
of
fucking
you
sledgehammer
opening
and
your
James
mouth
Corden
on
would
the
still be
right,
worse.
Right?
That's correct.
You did take pictures of your alleged injuries after December 15th, correct? And you showed those to this jury?
Is it for a gift subs razor?
Yes.
Okay. Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 516, which is already in evidence. You testified that this is a picture of you after the incident on December 15th, 2015, right?
It was.
This is also a picture of you after the incident on December 15th,
He's using
2015.
shyster.
That's correct.
Oh, they're using a People magazine article for evidence? Oh. It's this one.
These
the one that
pictures
started
ended
it
up
all.
in People magazine in June of 2016. Isn't that right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
You gave these pictures to People magazine after you publicly accused Mr. Depp of domestic abuse, didn't you?
I didn't personally know. No, this is him calling me a liar and me forcing to prove it.
So you did give these pictures to People magazine?
No, I gave these pictures actually to my lawyers and my representatives at the time.
So it's your testimony, Ms. Heard, that your lawyers and representatives gave these pictures of their client to People magazine in the middle of a contentious divorce?
I certainly did not personally give it, no.
Man, they're about to be disbarred. I'll tell you what. Okay.
You also have a
They're
medical
sweating.
record from, this is the entirety of the medical record, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes, what I meant by partial is I didn't talk about what happened to me. I didn't get into my injuries. I didn't
I see.
get into what happened or ask for anything other than should I get some sort of scan done.
But this record doesn't document any physical injuries on you, does it?
I'd have to read it in full, but I don't know.
Well, let's do that.
What was their thought process there? Like, yeah, I'd have to read it later. I mean, obviously we're going to read it now. It's right here. Like, there was no way of getting around that. It is just, they have the whole thing. What a horrible idea. Like, what a dog shit strategy.
It also says I'm a well-nourished male.
Right. I have no idea what that means.
I think this medical record's missing a lot of things.
You don't have any medical records reflecting that you broke your nose during your relationship with
What was
Mr.
she talking
Depp,
about with the malnourished male part? I don't see that here. It was the top line. Oh, malnourished male. Oh, yeah. Malnourished male in NAD. Alert and oriented ×4. Yeah, what does that mean? Anyone more knowledgeable than me? What does that mean? NAD stands for no acute distress. Oh, so it's, okay, then there's no way that's malnourished male. I imagine it's going to be well-nourished male.
Moisture, hair
Because wouldn't that, if it was a malnourished patient, wouldn't that immediately be like some kind of acute distress?
texture,
I would think,
turgor.
right?
It reads intact, normal color, moisture, hair distribution, texture, turgor.
Oh, you're right. I just saw it. I saw it. Right before it went up, I can tell it says well.
There's no medical records reflecting that you broke your nose during your relationship with Mr. Depp. Is there, Ms. Heard?
I don't know what made it in evidence, but I do know that I documented that visit and that everything was given to my attorneys.
Ms. Heard, you never went
Man.
to see any doctor
She hates her legal
or
team.
surgeon or after you were with Mr. Depp as a result of any injuries you sustained as a result of Mr. Depp.
Afterwards, yes, I did.
And you didn't produce those medical records in this case.
I would object, Your Honor. She did.
I did.
I don't know. All right.
They have not been produced, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
they not only
All right, if you would
produced.
come and approach.
So are they here or are they not here? Where are they at? Is her lawyer wiping her ass with him?
What you do have, Ms. Heard, are pictures of Mr. Depp sleeping, though, right? The jury saw a lot of those.
Yes.
He's the prime
Let's take a
Mad
look
Jack
at
professor
Defendant's
in the
Exhibit
bits
1090, which
lot.
is already in evidence. You took this photograph, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And you testified that this was taken in Tokyo in July of 2013, correct?
Yes.
So you decided to take a picture of Mr. Depp asleep on the floor?
And sometimes
grim.
security would carry him like a baby into bed, get him changed, and he would be none the wiser. So I started taking pictures of it so that he knew
Prime tornado.
that it was real, that it had gotten this bad.
And this is a picture of Mr. Depp taking a nap on his tropical island?
I believe he was on the nod, but as he would say.
Let's also take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1092.
I
which is
don't get the
also in
point of that
evidence.
one. He's just actually sleeping. No drug-related anything.
You
He's
also
just
took
sleeping.
this picture, right, Miss Heard?
That's correct. I did.
And this is another picture of Mr. Depp asleep in a chair.
No, he was nodding off. Sleep is different. When you're nodding off, you're high on drugs. Didn't even feel the cigarette in his hand that had, been burning on his leg.
What are you?
Cause for alarm for me, naturally, because I cared about him.
Does she not nap? Is she like an android? I've fallen asleep a million times just like that. Granted, no cigarette, though I also don't see one in the picture either, to be fair. He's literally just been sleeping in a chair for the last 2 photos. That's it. God damn.
It's your testimony under oath that Mr. Depp is holding a cigarette in this picture?
He had been.
And what happened to it?
You seem to really like taking pictures of Mr. Depp while he's sleeping, don't you?
I hated it. I hated it. He was nodding off, and I was worried about how bad the medications and the medication change and the drug use had gotten, where he wouldn't even feel ice cream or a lit cigarette on him, and it scared me.
So you
really.
took a picture
What the fuck does that mean? When you fall asleep and you spill something on yourself, you're not gonna feel it either. He's wearing jeans. Just ran down his legs. I really feel like she should have just went a different angle. He drank himself into a fucking coma that night. That I'd believe. But she's trying to spin it in a way I cared so much, so I took a picture of ice cream running down his legs while he fell asleep. It makes no sense. I too have gotten drunk and spilled shit on myself while falling asleep. Shit happens. The pictures, I'm not an expert, I'm not part of their legal teams, but I believe the pictures were to prove that Johnny Depp wasn't in control of himself sometimes due to substance abuse and alcohol. So these pictures are supposed to show him the aftermath of a bender or something. But the only one you could even make an argument for is the one with ice cream on his leg. The other two is him just asleep in a chair in the Bahamas and asleep in the chair at his own home. And even the ice cream one, there's so much left for interpretation because it's just him sleeping and ice cream is on his leg. She could have put ice cream there and spilled it on him to make it look worse. Anything could have happened. He could have literally just fallen asleep while eating ice cream. It doesn't really set that character profile like I think they wanted it to, so it's just a bit goofy. Wait to the cocaine picture. I saw that. Obviously Johnny Depp, voice crack, is a druggie.
You remember we approached? Okay.
I'm just saying these pictures don't really do a good job of showcasing anything she's trying to get them to do. Johnny claimed Amber handed him the ice cream as he was falling asleep. Oh. Well, there's no way of proving that one way or the other. Regardless, it's very weak for evidence. I know this is Johnny Depp's lawyer. It's to show Amber taking a bunch of useless pics of him, but 0 pics of her so-called wounds. Yeah, I know. And his lawyer's doing a great job of setting that up. Because for some reason Amber has 1,000 pictures of him sleeping, but only 2 of injuries. At least 2 that we've seen so far. And the injuries aren't consistent with her statements. One of them, she claims she was beat by Johnny Depp so many times in the face with his giant rings that she lost count of how many times she was punched, and the picture is a bruise on her arm. Then the other one is the split lip one with the black eyes. You know it's not good when she hates the people trying to save her. That's another thing. I think 3 times now she has blamed her legal team for the absence of evidence she claims to have produced. And she got real dicey when she claimed the lawyers were the one that sent those pictures to People magazine during an active investigation or an active case, which would be a big no-no.
And it's your testimony that Mr. Depp left this breakfast table just the way you took it.
That is correct.
So this is what the table looked like after Mr. Depp had been doing cocaine?
Well, clearly he has yet to snort these lines.
There are 4 lines of cocaine on this table, right, Ms. Heard?
In this picture, I see 4 lines.
There isn't any cocaine residue around those lines, right?
Not that I can tell, no.
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
Oh, I see.
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works.
She's claiming this was staged.
You do. And when you sent it, you said,
Thanks, Resub Spaceman.
look at my morning.
The Resub
or
dipshit
like
and
that.
blue,
Is that right?
blue roll.
Yay for mornings.
So you have a habit of sending staged photographs to your friend Rocky, don't you?
I had a habit of communicating with my best friend about what was going on in my life. I don't think I have a picture of him mid-snort. No.
You don't even have any pictures of Mr. Depp with cocaine.
What do you mean by that?
Holding cocaine, standing next to cocaine. Sitting next to cocaine.
I don't know.
Wow, this is an awfully bold line of questioning.
Pictures like that to the jury, have you?
So I wouldn't have chosen this approach. I'm pretty sure Johnny Depp knows his way around some cocaine, but it is a really good point to make since she took pictures of everything and went so far as to take them of him sleeping. She would have absolutely produced evidence of him near cocaine if he was truly like a monster snorting himself into deep comas and blazing disregard for human life. Pretty interesting tactic here. I would have never thought they'd try and pick apart this picture. But I'm not a lawyer. This is a pretty big brain.
You settled your divorce from Mr. Depp in August of 2016, right?
Son of a bitch. Could be anyone.
That sounds right.
And in connection with that settlement, you received $7 million from Mr. Depp. True?
That's
correct. This is the one.
And then
6.8, exactly.
Your settlement amount was $7 million.
That's correct.
Exit Tier 1, Teddy, and Recep Leon.
And then you released a statement in which you claimed you would be donating the entire $7 million to charity, right?
That's correct.
You stated you would be donating half of the $7 million to the ACLU.
That's correct.
And you would be donating the other half to Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
That is correct.
And you also stated, with respect to the $7 million divorce settlement, that money played no role except for the extent that you could donate the money to charity.
Yes, that's correct.
If we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 125.
Oh, God. She has the receipts to prove she never donated. Oh, this is so painful. She tried so hard to look like a good person with the charity pledge.
Is that the statement you released, Ms. Heard?
That is correct.
Your Honor, I move to admit the statement and the article as redacted.
Objection, hearsay.
It's her statement.
This is not her statement. This is some.
She just testified, Your Honor, that it's her statement.
May I say the full?
Everything else is redacted.
Oh my God.
Okay, then I have no objection.
All right, 1259 in evidence as redacted.
Fucking checkmated there, I guess.
As reported in the media, the amount received in the divorce is $7 million, and $7 million is being donated. This is over and above any funds that I have given away in the past and will continue to give away in the future. Did I read that correctly?
That is correct. I don't remember that last line, but I have no... it doesn't stand out to me as wrong.
There's nothing inaccurate in the statement.
Not that I recognize, no.
Mr. Depp donated $100,000 of the divorce settlement directly to the ACLU. Is that right?
Right at the beginning of the divorce settlement, he donated $100,000 to each charity on my behalf or towards my contribution.
So $100,000
to each.
To the ACLU.
And to the Children's Hospital.
And in response, you publicly demanded that Mr. Depp pay the divorce settlement directly to you instead of the charities, right?
That was always the agreement, actually, is for him to pay me directly. It was not his money as per the settlement agreement to give away and reap a tax benefit from. I said if he wants to do it and give to charity all of a sudden, then he should pay the correct amount and not try to get a big tax break for it. So effectively for his tax bracket, he should be paying double that amount to the charity directly. And if he wanted to pay the charity directly, he could. He could do that, was fine with me, but he would need to pay the adjusted amount.
Ultimately, the rest of the $7 million divorce settlement was paid directly to you, right?
Over time, yes.
And Mr. Depp didn't end up paying the rest of the $7 million divorce settlement directly to the charities you identified.
That is correct. He paid the installments to me.
You stopped that from happening, didn't you?
I don't understand what your question is. I'm sorry.
You stopped Mr. Depp from paying the charities that you had named directly.
That is incorrect. I said if you want to pay the charities directly, pay the adjusted amount, or pay as per our agreement in the settlement or in the divorce, as per our agreement.
You also
and he chose to do the former, not the latter. I mean, the other way around.
You also publicly stated that the $7 million divorce settlement should be paid to the charities immediately in full, right?
If he wanted to pay it in the way that he was suggesting, yes.
And you said publicly that the payments to the charities should not be drawn out over years, right?
Again, like I said, I already know how this part ends because I saw the cliff notes on Twitter since it was such a big deal. Fuck, this is painful. This is rough. This is an Amber Turd classic right here. This is the greatest hits.
And that's because you wanted the entire world to think that you were donating every penny of the $7 million divorce settlement as soon as you received it from Mr. Depp. Isn't that right?
No, I was going to be receiving it in installments, and I would be paying in installments the donations.
In fact, you released a statement in response to Mr. Depp's $100,000 donations to the ACLU and CHLA, didn't you?
I don't recall.
Let's see if we can refresh your recollection. If we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1260.
God, that was just such a scary line. Refresh your recollection. So snappy.
This is an article entitled Amber Heard and Johnny Depp Row Over Divorce Donations. And if I could direct your attention to where it says, I believe it's on the second page, her spokeswoman responded in a statement. The language that follows the statement you released...
Objection, hearsay, spokeswoman, it's not her.
A spokesperson is an exception, Your Honor.
You want to come forward?
Damn, she's on a streak right now. Suddenly she's very energetic and talkative. Yeah, because this is a rough one. I guess I won't spoil it if you don't know, but this is a sore spot for Miss Turd. In her efforts to look like a saint, she looks real fucking dumb.
You released a statement
May
through...
we approach again?
Okay.
I'm begging you, Your Honor, please don't let her say this. God, anything but this. Don't let her do it. Oh my God, please. Amber's gonna beat my ass. Don't let her say this. Man, this one piece of evidence here has got her whole legal team kind of shook. For good reason, obviously.
Well, I understand, but we'll take care of that.
Okay.
As of right now, can we continue?
We can, Your Honor, but I have an objection.
Okay, come forward.
Oh my God, Jesus, the stalling tactics, holy shit. As if a lack of a copy means we have to stop that right now. Oh. So I only read what happened on Twitter, and I'm really excited to see how it plays out in court here, because I'm expecting like audible gasps from like the jury and the crowd here once they drop the bombshell. And Magic, Chance, and Risa J-Mac, Gigi, and Wafu.
Her spokeswoman responded in a statement.
Your
The
Honor-
language that follows...
Your Honor, again, she can't read it. She has to show it
The
to
language
her.
that follows...
Right.
Jesus Christ. The desperation.
I don't disagree with anything in the statement, but I just simply don't recall what the statement was we released.
Is there anything inaccurate in that statement, Ms. Heard?
No.
I'm going to move to admit...
Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation.
I'll overrule the objection. 1260 and evidence.
Thanks for 5 gift subs, Nova.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the resub Hippie and Prime.
Statement reads, Amber Heard appreciates Johnny Depp's novel interest in supporting two of her favorite charities, the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union for Domestic Violence, and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. This is great and unexpected news. We would also insist that the full amount be paid immediately and not drawn out over many years. Anything less would be a transparent attempt by Johnny's counsel, Laura Wasser and Patty Glazer, to reduce their client's true payment by half under the guise of newfound concern for charities that he has never previously supported, end quote.
Now drop it. Hit it.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
You
Thanks, you
spoke
said
about
woo and
donating your
wraith.
divorce settlement on a Danish TV show.
I believe I said I had...
There's some vanilla and elder.
I believe I said I donated it to charity, but it was already printed or already...
If we could please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 346, which is a portion of your appearance on this program. And we would ask that it be moved into evidence and ask for permission to
Your
publish
Honor,
it.
it contains, it has hearsay, it contains other communications with other individuals.
Your Honor, if we may approach very briefly.
Oh my God. Jesus, this is taking so much just to get to the big point that she wants to make. Because her Amber fucking Turd's lawyer is desperately trying every objection, every approach, and getting overruled at every step, but just drawing it out. Holy shit. In the prime ashcan. So what's happening so far? She is setting the stage with this charity thing with the divorce settlement. Amber made a big song and dance about how the money needs to be donated to these 2 specific charities from Johnny Depp. Oh, if he so chose to. But he needed to do it all in one lump sum instead of drawing it out over the course of installations, making it a big deal. Like, he has to do it right away. It should be done right away, otherwise it's not done correctly at all, instead of being like paid out over time. And instead of allowing Johnny Depp to do that, she forced him to pay her money instead, so that way she would do it with the money. We haven't gotten to the big meat of it, because her fucking lawyer keeps interrupting getting to that point, because she's had to set all of the groundwork here to show exactly what Amber Heard was claiming she wanted to do and would do, and what Johnny Depp had to do and should do, versus the reality of what happened. And it's just taking a long time to get there because Dr. Evil's lawyer over here keeps objecting everything unsuccessfully. Objection, they're about to say something that will win the case. All right.
Please.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
ACLU is a human rights organization.
Sorry, ACLU is a prominent organization, nonprofit organization in the United States. It's called the American Civil Liberties Union, and they work on behalf of marginalized communities on the ground and in legislative reform.
Right.
And
well, more power to you, because that's something that I've never heard
I
of.
wanted nothing.
That's a dagger. Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't actually seen this. I only got the cliff notes.
2018, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't recall when it was.
It was in 2018, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't remember when this was done.
This was after you had received the full $7 million of your divorce settlement for Mr. Depp, wasn't it?
Again, without knowing when it was recorded, I have no idea.
That's such a... I'm going to take an approach here. That is the stupidest thing to say. It's a recorded television show, a very popular one, obviously. You can easily just look up when it was recorded. This is an awful defense, and it's not even a good stall because they obviously have the date that it aired. Jesus Christ.
The $7 million divorce settlement was paid to you in full by February of 2018, right?
That's correct.
Objection to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to. That
Okay. It said, actually, he literally testified to it in court.
I'll overrule objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Depp's accountant, Edward White, testified that he made the payment directly to the ACLU and CHLA, correct?
I believe so.
Stop! What the fuck? Why does it keep doing that?
To you, weren't they?
That is correct.
Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule.
I'm going to object to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to. It's
overrule
improper.
Objection. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What was the strategy there? It's the same test.
You were here in court.
Oh my god, she's dumb.
When Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule, right? My question was, you were here in court when Mr. White testified under oath that all the payments were made on schedule.
I was here every day in court. I heard his testimony, yes.
Okay. So in this October 2018 interview, you said that you had, quote, donated, end quote, your entire divorce settlement to charity, right?
That's correct.
And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote, right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
Oh, she knows. Okay, she knows. She knows.
Please.
She's now saying pledged.
Answer my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million.
Look at the movement now from the audience.
Not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous. with one another. They
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard,
No one does. It's
I don't
terrible.
use it
That's a terrible
synonymously.
defense.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today,
Doesn't
you have not
matter.
donated,
It doesn't matter.
paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Didn't get it, wasn't interested in it. I loved Johnny, that's why I was with him.
You wanted praise for donating the money, right?
Oh, this is like right out of a movie.
That's incorrect.
Holy shit.
You wanted good press. You wanted to seem altruistic publicly.
Wasn't my interest. My interest is in my name and clearing my name, and at the time I was being called a liar and my motives were being questioned. I did
So then you
see
lied
it as
again.
important to clear that up. I wanted to make a statement to make sure that there was not any doubt that I couldn't be labeled these things just because Johnny was a bigger star and had more publicity reach.
Is he tier
You
2
wanted to
bear and
remind
tier 1
everyone
raccoon?
of your claims of
And then
domestic
resub
violence
Fritos.
against Mr. Depp, right?
No, I wanted to move on with my life.
You wanted to make those claims seem believable.
They are believable. They were
You wanted
believable.
them to be seen, you wanted to be seen, as a noble victim of domestic violence,
I
didn't
have
you?
never wanted to be seen as a victim. Nor have I
You-
ever called myself one.
Fuck, this is such a slap down.
Testified under oath.
Jesus.
Quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity. End quote.
That is correct. I pledged the entirety.
I'm going to move to strike everything after yes. You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
The statement...
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay for the entire house
Ms. Heard,
at one
respectfully,
time. You pay it
I'm
over
not
time.
asking, Ms. Heard.
All right, next question.
Well, okay, I'm coming in with my own here. Even if that is the case and she wants to use that line, it completely goes against everything she set up in her other statement where she told Johnny he's not allowed to do that because it's not by the rules. She wouldn't allow it. So now she's now backpedaling into that same line of thinking where it's like, oh, actually, I plan to do it in over time installments, which is exactly what she forbid Johnny from doing in the first place. So nothing she's saying even fucking works.
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those
So that's a no, right,
obligations.
Ms. Heard?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Heard?
disagree with your characterization of that.
I disagree with the facts. It makes me look bad, so I object.
Testimony from the UK.
Fuck, that's such a bombshell. Completely pokes holes in everything that she says because it ruins her credibility. Which is why it's such an important piece.
Quote, I remained financially independent from him the whole time we were together, and the entire amount of my divorce settlement was donated to charity.
Oh, there's more.
That is correct.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you
The him you were referring to is Mr. Depp.
did. That is correct.
Oh.
Most of the money that was donated to the ACLU and CHLA in your name came from someone else. Isn't that right?
I don't know what you mean by most of.
Well, at least $500,000 that was donated to the ACLU in your name wasn't paid by you, right?
I believe Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
And at least $500,000 that was donated to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles in your name wasn't paid by you either.
Oh, God.
Right, those were made at the same time.
And it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement.
Nor did it count to my 3.5 obligation.
Those $500,000 payments came from your new boyfriend, Elon Musk, right?
I don't know if he was a new boyfriend at the time.
irrelevant, but all right.
You got him to pay part of what you promised to these two charities, didn't you?
Incorrect.
Oh, that's such a brutal line of questioning.
$7 million divorce settlement for yourself, right?
You're very wrong about that.
I think this, if Your Honor is
Okay,
fine,
you said
this is a good stopping
breaking point. Okay, that's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll stop here for the evening. Remember tonight, do not do any outside research and do not discuss the case with anybody. I know these days are a little longer, and I appreciate your patience and your taking care of everything here. Please take care of yourself tonight, okay? And we'll see you in the morning at 9 a.m.
God, what a fucking beat down. Well, Johnny Depp's lawyer's wild. She's really good. Meanwhile, Amber Turd has like a geriatric senile lawyer. She didn't get a successful objection a single time in the entire hour and 55 minutes. And she tried so often. That is... I can see why she keeps throwing her legal team under the bus. Damn near getting them disbarred on the spot by claiming that they sent the photos to the fucking People magazine during an active investigation. I can see why she's so upset and salty about it. They are trash. Well, that was pretty fucking intense. That was a lot more intense than I thought it would be. I didn't think they'd go so hard. Nor did I think there'd be some kind of like new evidence in here that we hadn't already at least heard of. But apparently that entire charity thing was just a goddamn lie from Amber. Which is so weird. Why even bother making that pledge when you're never gonna fulfill it? She had it for 13 months and never donated a single penny from the divorce settlement, even after claiming twice she already donated all of her money. Publicly. And then desperately trying to say that she views pledged and donated the same. Thus she didn't lie when she said she donated all of it. Yeah, that was expertly done by Johnny Depp's squad. And even somehow James Corden and Elon Musk came into this. This was a wild, action-packed day in court. Dentorius? What are the Amber Heard zombies saying in her defense about the charity thing? Because I can't imagine anyone would be like, oh no, that's totally reasonable. I obviously knew she meant that she had only pledged her whole divorce settlement when she told me she donated all of it. Watch the end. Oh, is it not over? I assumed it'd just be them walking out. There's a post-credit scene. Oh, okay. Johnny Depp's lawyer gets recruited to the Avengers. They're cheering Johnny on as he leaves. Meanwhile, Amber Heard gets nothing but crickets. Oh, that's so fucking adorable. They literally wave him off, giving him a standing O on the way out. Fuck me, man. That was so wild. That was so wild. Everyone unironically clapped, holy shit. Yeah, that's like one of those Reddit/true stories that's always a lie. And then everyone clapped. But actually happened. I actually can't even believe that.